The last time viewers saw 90 Day Fiancé star Ariela Weinberg, she was with her partner Biniyam Shibre in New York. The two had a tumultuous relationship during 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 3, featuring explosive arguments, scenes filmed in 3 different countries, and cheating allegations. Therefore, fans were surprised to learn during the tell-all episode that Biniyam's K1 visa had been approved, and he was with Ariela and their son Avi in the US. Fans were perhaps even more surprised when Ariela returned to Biniyam's home country of Ethiopia with Avi, but without Biniyam. 90 Day Fiancé fans knew that Biniyam stayed in the US. However, not much was known about what Ari was doing in Ethiopia, or why she was there. It's also unclear whether or not Ariela is living in the US at the moment. Luckily, Ari and Biniyam are joining 6 brand new couples in 90 Day Fiancé Season 9, which recently started to air. Soon, viewers will have all of their questions about Ari, Biniyam, and what they've been up to answered. In the meantime, in an exclusive interview, Screen Rant chatted with Ariela about exactly what she was doing in Ethiopia. Screen Rant, what's going on in Ethiopia? There has been a civil war in Ethiopia since November 2020. There are over 1 million displaced people, and there is a drought that has caused famine in many parts of the country. It has obviously been escalated by the war. Screen Rant, what exactly have you been doing in Ethiopia? I wanted to do something to help, and was feeling useless in the US. So I decided to visit some of the camps for internally displaced people and hear people's stories. I've been raising money to help buy foodstuffs, medicine, and basic supplies. The people are extremely traumatized and most of them don't get even the minimum required nutrition. Screen Rant, what else have you been doing in Ethiopia during your time there? I'm excited to share all of the new projects I have been working on. I'm now a partner in Simeon Land Tours, pronounced Simeon, with my Ethiopian brother, Tesfahundi Reg. He founded the company and has many years of experience working in tourism. We offer tours throughout East Africa and are now expanding to other African nations. Eventually, we plan to be continent-wide. Any film crew, journalist, scientist, etc., when visiting a new country, needs help on the ground to sort out their visas, filming locations, accommodation, security, etc. It could be really anything, depending on the unique needs of the client. We also do that. Screen Rant, what are some of the ways in which you have been helping people in Ethiopia? I went to a camp for displaced people outside the city of Gondar. Initially, the IAM, International Office for Migration, had set up the camp. However, due to the sheer numbers of people displaced in the country, not enough food was being delivered. When we arrived, the people living there told us they hadn't had a delivery of wheat or oil or any other food for 3 months. Wheat and oil is all that they were being provided with. They all mentioned feeling forgotten by the world. Everyone suffers from malnutrition. Since up to 25 people can sleep in a single room, lice, scabies, bacterial infections, and more are easily spread. Most of the children were not attending school at the time we visited. Many of them could not afford the uniform necessary to enroll. I just started raising funds, unsure of what was needed. Upon hearing from the people living there, it became apparent that they first needed food. So we delivered wheat and oil. Then, a wonderful organization called Open Hearts Big Dreams donated 600 children's books. We also sent several children to the doctor to treat bad skin infections. One of the women has a massive goiter which needs urgent medical attention. Right now, we are helping her so that she can get her blood pressure under control in order to undergo an operation. We also sent one girl named Iwa to seek medical treatment in a private hospital in Addis Ababa. She became paralyzed suddenly with no explanation. Currently, we still do not understand the cause, although she has undergone several MRIs and other testing. I've also been able to find sponsors for some of the children living in the camp, to help with their daily needs and education costs. We are still raising funds, looking for sponsors and volunteers. We are looking for anyone who feels driven to volunteer their time and has a skill to offer. For example, medical and dental professionals, teachers, tech people, website designers, fundraisers, grant writers, etc. We even had the idea to bring in craftspeople to teach a craft or trade that could eventually generate income for local people. No matter what a person's expertise is, I am sure we can find a way to make use of it. Screen Rant, how did you get inspired to do this? Since the conflict began, I had felt paralyzed. I was horrified by the news I was hearing, but felt unable to do anything to help the people affected. I kept looking for organizations that were helping the displaced, but was unsure of what I could personally. As soon as I had the opportunity, I decided to go and see for myself if there was any way to help directly. Screen Rant, in another article, You mentioned that you are working on registering a nonprofit in the US. What will the nonprofit be focusing on? We will focus on helping women to start small businesses, access education, and otherwise improve their lives and the lives of their children. Also, due to the current situation, I would also like to continue helping those that have been forced to flee their homes. Screen rant. Was Avi excited to be back in Ethiopia? Avi is always excited to be back in Ethiopia. He is so loved everywhere, especially in Ethiopia. Screen rant. How long do you plan to stay in Ethiopia? I always go back and forth as much as possible. I love Ethiopia and I honestly feel it is my home. Screen rant. Should viewers expect to see you on a future 90 Day Fiancé spin-off? Biniyam and I will be on the new season of the original 90 Day Fiancé. It's going to be pretty crazy. Screen rant. Your mom, Janice Nini, is a favorite among franchise moms. Did she visit you while you were in Ethiopia? My mother went with me to see the situation of the people in the north. She was greatly touched by the immense need there. She is a medical professional, so she is always a great asset. Screen rant. What else are you hoping readers know about your work in Ethiopia? It is true that there is a conflict in the northernmost provinces, and famine in the north and south. However, it is still safe to visit other areas of Ethiopia, and we actively encourage it. We want the world to know about the uniqueness of Ethiopian culture. We also recognize the contribution of tourism to the Ethiopian economy and the Ethiopian people. Those interested in donating to the crisis in Ethiopia can donate to Ariela's fundraiser here. 90 Day Fiancé airs Sundays at 8 p.m. EDT on TLC.